10 of the best wide receivers in NFL history. Subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribed to enter this month's shoutout giveaway. Number 10. Calvin Johnson.
Lions start from inside their 10 for the third time, and now they have some breathing room. Calvin Johnson.
When talking about the most talented receivers in history, Calvin Johnson is undoubtedly a top 5 selection. However, Megatron only played 9 seasons for the Detroit Lions, but he sure was special. Johnson twice led the NFL in receiving yards, highlighted by a record-breaking 1,964-yard campaign in 2012. That season encapsulates why he followed the trend of previous Lions legend Barry Sanders and retired early though. Detroit mustered a 4-12 record. Despite the frustration of not playing for a contender, John amassed 731 receptions for 11,619 yards and 83 touchdowns. Number 9. Lance Allworth. Lance Allworth helped usher in a new branch of football and ended his career as one of the most prolific receivers in history. Behind only Don Maynard, Allworth ranked second in receiving yards when he hung up the cleats. The longtime San Diego Chargers standout posted 542 catches for 10,266 yards and 85 touchdowns, boasting 7 1,000-yard seasons. The UPI AFL Player of the Year in 1963, Allworth landed on his 6-team first All-Pro list and 7 Pro Bowl squads. He entered the Pro Football Hall of Fame as a member of the 1978 class. Number 8. Marvin Harrison.
Giants rush 4. Manning steps up, feels the pressure.
Marvin Harrison had a remarkable connection with Peyton Manning, resulting in an all-time record of 114 touchdowns between the two. I think many records will be broken. Most of my records will be broken, Manning said in 2016, per Nikki Jhabvala, then writing the Denver Post. I don't believe that record that me and Marvin have of throwing the most touchdowns together will ever be broken. A product of Syracuse, Harrison entered his 13-year career with 128 scores. Additionally, the Hall of Famer's 1,102 receptions ranked second in NFL's history at the time of his retirement. Harrison was a Pro Bowl mainstay from 1999 to 2006, earning 3 first-team All-Pro mentions during that span. Number 7. Larry Fitzgerald.
And the pass is going to be caught by Larry Fitzgerald, yes! And a little emotion.
Larry Fitzgerald, the 2016 Walter Payton Man of the Year, has shaped a legacy that extends beyond the field. Between the white lines, though, he's earned the nickname Larry Legend for a reason. The number 3 overall pick of the 2004 draft has spent his entire career with the Arizona Cardinals, setting franchise records across the board while climbing the NFL's all-time lists. Entering 2018, he had 1,234 catches for 15,545 yards and 110 scores. Barring injury, Fitzgerald will end his career as history's number 2 player in receiving yards with 10 top marks in receptions and touchdowns. Within a decade of retirement, he'll enter the Hall of Fame. Number 6. Cris Carter. Famous for making extremely difficult grabs on the sideline, Cris Carter turned into a sensational 16-year career. Off-field issues led to surpassing exits from the Philadelphia Eagles after only 3 seasons, but Carter has acknowledged the release helped him turn his life around. He landed with the Minnesota Vikings and caught more than 1,000 passes for the franchise. Carter spent 12 years in Minnesota and racked up 12,383 of his 13,899 career yards as a member of the team. An 8-time Pro Bowler and 2-time All-Pro, Carter joined the Hall of Fame in 2013. Number 5. Steve Larsen.
Steve Larsen took a mean lick.
All-time records have moved a little higher once Seattle Seahawks legend Steve Larsen decided to retire. In 1976, the Houston Oilers used a 4th-round pick on the Tulsa Wipeout before trading him to Seattle for the preseason. He quickly became a featured piece of the offense and notched 8 straight 1,000-yard years, excluding the strike-shortened 1982 season. Larsen twice led the NFL receiving. His career totals of 819 catches, 13,089 yards, and 100 touchdowns stood atop the NFL's record books. The 1988 Walter Payton Man of the Year award appeared on 7 Pro Bowl teams. Number 4. Terrell Owens.
3-man rush, and Young stumbles on the way back and fires up the middle.
Despite the controversy or perhaps hurt feelings that accompanied Terrell Owens' induction into the Hall of Fame in 2018, his on-field performance demanded a place in Canton. While T.O. spent a majority of his career with the 49ers, he put together successful years with the Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, Bills, and Cincinnati Bengals too. Owens registered 9 seasons of 1,000+ yards and 8 with 10+ touchdowns. Overall, he racked up 1,078 receptions, 15,934 yards, and 153 touchdowns, and the latter 2 totals are top 3 marks in NFL history. Owens gathered 6 Pro Bowl nods and 5 All-Pro honors. Number 3. Randy Moss.
It's inside, breaks a tackle, he'll go into the end zone, 10-5, touchdown!
"Randy Moss is the most physically gifted receiver in the history of the game," said former NFL head coach Brian Billick per NFL.com. "We have never had nor will we ever see another wide receiver with speed, leaping ability, hands, or burst of Randy Moss." How's that for a recommendation? Moss is the only receiver other than Jerry Rice to notch 10 seasons of 1,000 plus yards, of which he happened during an Offensive Rookie of the Year effort in 1998. 6 occurred in Minnesota, followed by 1 in Oakland and 3 for the Patriots. Though Moss has since dropped out of the all-time top 10 in receptions, the 6-time Pro Bowler and 4-time All-Pro ranks second in touchdowns and the 4th in receiving yards. Number 2. Don Hudson. Don Hudson was the NFL's first elite receiver. He's the only player who suited up before 1945 to record 3,500 yards in his career, and the Alabama Antelope has more than doubled the mark. Houston wrapped up his 11 years in Green Bay then at records of 488 receptions, 7,999 yards, and 99 touchdowns. The MVP of the 1941 and 1942 seasons, he paced the league in several categories multiple times, including in receiving yards, receptions, and touchdowns. During his career, Hudson won 3 championships with the Packers and earned a spot on 8 All-Pro teams. Number 1. Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice obliterated all the previous receiving records, bringing in 1,549 catches for the 22,895 yards and 197 touchdowns. Still, even when breaking a mark was inevitable, he still felt pressure. "I was really so happy to get it done," Rice told the Baltimore Sun after earning the touchdown record in 1994, per Rhiannon Walker of The Undefeated. "When I caught that last ball, so much pressure left my body." In addition to his several other NFL bests, the Hall of Famer won 3 Super Bowls, 2 Offensive Player of the Year honors, and appeared in 13 Pro Bowls and made 10 first-team All-Pro lists. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can stay up to date on all of our future videos. Also, watch the 2 videos that are currently on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.